Steve, this week we're firing up the VR headsets and we're checking out The Seventh Guest. This is kind of a spooky puzzle game. And honestly, I wasn't sure what to expect coming into this. You have a little more history with this game than I do. This game originally came out a long time ago, and honestly, I didn't actually know that until about 24 hours ago. But on my playthrough so far, we're actually checking out a preview of the game, and I've had a pretty good time, Steve. This game looks really sharp on the VR headset. I'm playing on the Cosmos Elite. You're playing over there on the Oculus. And I think generally we're seeing the same thing, but I feel like my headset's just a little bit dated compared to yours. But honestly, the biggest thing for me is just the controls on my end. I have little track pads on my controller, so I always find games where I have to do a lot of walking around and moving a little bit cumbersome, but I got the hang of it. It's been a while since the VR headset's been on, so it was a bit for me to get into here. But honestly, like I said, the audio and the graphics in this so far have been really good. What were your kind of first impressions jumping back into this game?
Well, I was looking forward to checking this one out because I probably played this about 18 years ago on a Philips CDI, and it was one of my best games on there. It was a CD-ROM game, and and to be honest with you, the story is still the same, but the one thing different in this one, the puzzles are completely different.
Yeah.
As this is only like the preview, we only sort of get part of the story, so we didn't get the complete game. But to be honest with you, first impressions, as soon as you start off with in your rowboats and you're going across to the house and then open the gate, the first puzzle, graphically phenomenal. It was probably the best graphics I've seen on the Oculus Quest, because the detail inside the mansion, when you go through the door, you get a lantern that kind of shows you what some of the past was like, so it alters some of the pictures. But when you go over those pictures and the heads change, or they disappear, or something different comes up, a bit more creepy, or black eyes, phenomenally good. I really enjoyed my first impressions getting into this mansion. Controls itself, nothing too complicated. I actually don't mind sitting down. You've got the option if you want to stand up or sit down. I don't mind sitting down. And again, it's just your thumbsticks interact with objects, and the voice acting, phenomenally good.
Oh, that's kind of one of the first things you get introduced. You get kind of introduced to this little moth type character that has a bit of a child's voice, but again, the voiceovers, the quality is there. We kind of meet a few of the characters that are going to be guests in this story, and again, those character models look really good in the VR. They kind of have this kind of ghost astral look to them, which I thought was really cool, and just the way that kind of first little bit played out, and then the house opens up to you. You get your Ouija board style map that kind of allows you to see which rooms are available to be explored and check out the puzzles in each place. So we kind of get to check out the first room, which is the magician's room, and there's kind of a bunch of different puzzles with magic hats and keys to unlock chests, and I mean, it was really cool. It's a small little contained area where these puzzles are going to be very kind of themed, I'd imagine, as we kind of unlock each room in the house. And there's quite a few rooms to unlock. Upstairs, I believe there's 5 or 6 bedrooms, and then downstairs there's another 3 or 4 rooms as well. So I feel like there's going to be quite a bit of content here once the game opens up for everybody. The preview so far, again, like you said, has just been a lot of fun. You can tell there's a level of quality here in this VR game that we don't see in every VR game. I mean, there's a lot of good VR stuff out there. This just kind of finds itself in that top tier as far as the audio and the graphics are concerned. Like you said, the controls are pretty basic. I just had to get over my own trackpad issues. I long for those analog sticks on my handset. Yes. One day. But honestly, Steve, I think even the short preview we got here is enough of a taste to understand that this game is going to be a lot of fun to play through. I'm looking forward to get my hands on the full gamut here, because I like puzzle games, and this one, just based on the puzzles they gave us in that magician's room, I'm like, these ones are going to be tricky. I can't imagine what it's going to be like. I'm sure I'll get frustrated at times, but honestly, I think overall this one's just been a hit for me. Like I said, Steve, my time with this has been a lot of fun. Short, sweet. I'm looking forward to the full title. If I've got to give this one a recommend or not recommend, I got to recommend this, Steve. I don't know. What are you thinking?
Let me think about it. Highly recommend this one as well. I was having a blast. I love the new puzzles. It brought back a lot of memories of me playing it probably 18 years ago. And like you, I want to play the full game now. I want to explore the rest of the mansion and see if the story stays true to the original as well.
Nice.
Presto! Now, let's see who's hiding in here. Okay, Mr. Stauf. I know you're here somewhere. I know you can hear me.